Hello, my friends. I just got out of the shower. I gotta say, the gorlworld viewers are brilliant. And I am just amazed at how much you guys pick up on that. And every time I watch a video or release a video, I go to the comments and I'm just like, oh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't notice that. I didn't, and usually I just I'm like, man, I got to keep an eye out for that next time. But there was enough in this one that I thought it was worth looking at again, because the narcissistic behavior on display in this scene is actually pretty messed up when you look at it through that lens. And for whatever reason, I just didn't even pick up on it the first time. So this started because I got several comments about the narcissistic behavior, but I think this is the first one that I read that got me thinking I probably should look deeper into this. So it says, this video is full of intentional manipulations, pretty nasty ones. A lot of people aren't catching on to them. And yeah, guilty. I didn't even think about it while I was watching it. She didn't have to mention sitting in the smoking section. Good point. She did that to make her mom look bad. She also brought up her childhood to make her mom look bad, and there was no reason for her to do that on camera to her mother, who I'm sure has apologized and made amends numerous times. For sure. You can tell Mamalynn has done the work to change her life and to be a better person. Unlike Amberlynn, within whom the narcissism is so ingrained that just basically in every sentence or every interaction she has with somebody, she's constantly trying to make them look as bad as possible in order to make her look as good as possible. I think it's just sort of natural to her. It's just the way she thinks. We went over it in a throwback video when she went on vacation with Beck, and she made fun of Beck for not knowing what a bike rack was, right? It was just a little jab. And at first glance, if you didn't know Amberlynn, you would think, oh, that was kind of funny and weird or whatever. But it's one more little time of just making fun of Beck, and it was just constant. It's just her way of making herself feel better about herself. So let's watch this again through the lens of covert narcissism.
Right?
Look at my mom's outfit. I was like, dang, that shirt's so pretty. I've never seen it before. Guess where she got it?
Salvation Army.
You said Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Yeah, Goodwill.
I don't know why I didn't pick up on that the first time, but think about that. Amberlynn had to let you know that her mom's pretty shirt, because I'm guessing she thought it was prettier than her shirt, or at the very least, she just wanted to make sure you knew that her mom got it at Goodwill, right? And again, if you didn't know Amberlynn, if you just watched this video randomly, you wouldn't really think much of it. It's still a little weird to bring that up, but it would be like, oh, whatever. But you know Amberlynn. You know that she wants to make sure I get my clothes at a place that's really expensive. She gets her shit at Goodwill. And we'll go over this in a little bit, but Mamalynn is killing it. Amberlynn looks like a toddler. So, Amber, maybe she should start shopping at Goodwill.
It was Goodwill.
Yeah.
It was right by my house.
Of course, there's no way she would ever find a size that would fit her. So, never mind.
I was like, who would get rid of that shirt? I thought it was so cute on her.
Oh, it's long sleeve. What?
I just realized that we're wearing the same colors.
Girl, you're weird.
Black and red.
I'm so full.
I made fun of that in the first video, and I don't know that there's much narcissism there other than just, I think she goes through life comparing everything to herself, right? If I looked at her and saw the shirt's outfit or whatever that she's wearing, and then I saw Mamalynn, I would not compare them at all. They're not yes, there's a little bit of red in Amber's outfit, and Mamalynn's shirt is pretty much mostly red. So, but it's her constantly comparing, like her outlook on life is filtered through, how does this compare to me? How does this compare to me? How does this compare to me? Everything she sees, everything she hears is, how can I turn this to be something about me?
I really cheated on my diet.
That's relatable content.
It's so bad.
And I love Mamalynn. Like, she's a goober.
You put on those boots Easter egg hunting, and you have to lick the blue egg. You find a yellow egg.
Why would I do that?
Lick each egg. I don't know.
That's so weird.
And yeah, that is weird. And I covered that in the last video where I just said that would be really weird if a kid did that. But I got a comment that I thought was kind of funny. It says the egg licking is so no other kid can or will have them, and which that is funny. And honestly, I can see that going through Amber's mind, right? I can see her thinking that is a good way to do it, is to lick it so that it's mine and nobody else wants it. But I mean, obviously it seems like she would lick it and then just put it in her own basket. But I can see her making double sure that no other kids get her eggs, you know?
That's so weird.
So funny.
Or when I got 3rd-degree burns.
And this is where it's starting, right? She started with all the silly, cute things to just sort of get Mamalynn talking. Like, oh, remember the turtle and remember the snake and remember me pooping in the diaper? Remember when I got 3rd-degree burns? And look at her. I mean, she's even looking at her like, what are you going to say about this? You know, but she's got her smile on her face like it's just part of the conversation. But starting now, she's trying to make Mamalynn look bad again.
It's like I remember all of these things from
ramen on you.
Dad surprised me with a bike one time before we went camping.
Oh, that's just to give you guys wheels so you leave us alone when we got here.
I know. Yeah, like
And she brings up camping, right? Knowing, and again, if you didn't know Amber, you might think, oh, she just brought up camping because camping was fun or whatever. But no, she immediately says, well, just listen to what she says now.
I've shared like, oh, we've gone camping and stuff, and everyone's like, oh, that means she had such a good childhood. It's like, no. Do you know what my parents were doing at camping?
There you go. So she brought that up intentionally. She said, remember when I got 3rd-degree burns? And then she says, Dad gave me a bike before camping, right? Knowing exactly what she was going to say next. It didn't matter what Mamalynn says. Amberlynn knows that the next thing she's going to say is, oh, yeah, we went camping, but that doesn't mean I had a great childhood. This monster that I'm standing next to was so bad that my camping experience was horrible. Right? But again, in a covert narcissist way.
Tent, most of the time, arguing, trying to get high.
Yeah, me and my brother were out doing our own thing, but still, like, I
So, and the title of the video is Reminiscing with Mom. This is make Mom look as bad as possible.
enjoyed it still slightly, because that was at least a break in our monotony.
Change of scenery, anyway.
Monotony. Your life is monotony, you know? That is her whole entire existence is monotony. And I'm going to bet, even in foster care and all that other stuff, it probably was monotony then too, because I bet you she refused to do anything. And again, I don't doubt that she had a rough childhood. But I'm betting most of it was just her refusing to do anything. So she just sat around eating and watching TV or whatever. So I still think she exaggerates her childhood quite a bit.
Yeah, I was a terrible parent, but
We don't have to talk about
I can't change that right now.
So we don't have to talk about that right now.
And so Mamalynn says, I was a terrible parent, right? Admitting, and I guarantee she has apologized, just like the commenter said. She's probably apologized and made amends several times. And Amberlynn, instead of saying, you know what, it sucked, but you are making up for it, and I love you. I mean, that would be such a natural thing to say if you loved somebody and you wanted to show that you cared about them. You would say, you know, things were rough, but you've really I'm just so proud of you for turning your life around. And look at how great things are going now. You know, we're rekindling our relationship. Just something, anything. But instead, she says, yeah, we don't have to talk about that. You know, not giving her any grace at all. I mean, look at this face. This says, I told you so. Look, I told you my childhood was terrible. So now I have excuses for all my bad behavior. And you can't come for me.
I don't really have no hair left. It's getting so thin. I don't know what the heck's going on.
It's the Oklahoma, because ever since I moved here, my hair's been thinning.
And I love, she says, it's in Oklahoma. Ever since I got here, my hair's been thinning. Weird. It can't be my diet or my lifestyle, you know, and the fact that I'm in my 30s, you know, starting to get older, and because I don't take care of myself at all.
How does that make any sense? So you can order drinks here, and they deliver it to you. And she delivered it to me, and I turned my cup around, and she wrote "pretty sure" on it. Isn't that sweet?
All right. This is another one that I said no chance, and something I didn't think about. And I want to give a shout out to Joey. Joey is one of my OGs They have been commenting on my videos since like the very first one. So, hey, Joey, I appreciate you so much. But, and I don't know why I didn't think about this at the time, but they said the pretty shirt note was 100% for Mamalynn. She looks great. And nobody would say that to ALR when she's wearing that complete bizarre jamble of fabric. That was so awesome. And yes, and when you watch it back, watch that again.
So you can order drinks here and they deliver it to you. And she delivered it to me and I turned my cup around and she wrote pretty shirt on it. Isn't that sweet?
It's pretty obvious if you watch that back with it was written for Mamalynn in your head. What's happening is she waited for Mamalynn to walk away and then grabbed Mamalynn's cup and then quietly kind of sneak recorded saying, when they brought me this cup, it says pretty sure. Isn't that sweet? Like normally she would make a big deal out of it, right? She would be like, I just can't, that was so sweet. I can't believe it. And I think she normally for stuff like that, she wants Mamalynn there as like somebody to brag to, right? As kind of an audience for her bragging. But she said it real quiet. So to me, it seems pretty obvious. She waited for Mamalynn to walk away and then do a little recording of, oh, they told me I have a pretty shirt. Because there's no way, when you look at the two of them, there's only one of them that could even be close to considered having a pretty shirt. And I mean, like I said, Mamalynn was killing it. She looked great. So I'm pretty sure we know exactly who that was written for. We're going to end on this. Because this is how Mamalynn feels when she's hanging out with Amber. She's pretending to smile and stuff like that. But no, I'm kidding. But you can tell that she is enjoying rekindling her relationship with her daughter. It's just unfortunate that it's Amberlynn because I don't think Mamalynn even realizes what's happening. It took Beck a long time to realize how much she was being torn down by Amberlynn because she does it so often, but in such little ways. You know, constantly. So anyway, I just thought this was worth sharing because like I said, you guys are brilliant. I'm so glad that you guys are catching on to this stuff when I miss it. And from now on, I am absolutely keeping an eye out for the narcissistic signs and stuff. So anyway, I appreciate you guys so much and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.